Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem, Yahshua Bashem, Rakakodah, Shalom to the 144,000, the rest of the elect out there. And I'm going to entitle this video, The Northern Kingdom Used a Lunar Calendar. What I mean by that is they followed the moon from month to month as the Israelites did. That's clearly more proof that the peoples of America, the indigenous people, when Christopher Columbus encountered, were Israelites. So it says here, the early Native Americans did not record time by using the months of the Julian or Gregorian calendar. Why not? Because the Julian calendar came along when the Roman Empire came into power. When Julius Caesar became the emperor at that time, the first emperor, the first Caesar, that was during the years, that was actually a key year was 48 BC. So we're talking Julius Caesar was born, you can look it up, the exact date he was born had to be maybe somewhere around 60, 70 AD. When he was first Caesar or emperor, it was around 48 AD. That was one of the years that they go heavy into his history when he came up into prominence, excuse me. And so Julius Caesar was sitting up as the emperor or the Caesar before our Lord came on the scene. When our Lord came on the scene, if I'm not mistaken, I'm almost positive, I can look it up, it was during the time of Tiberius Caesar. So this would be, you had Caesar, Julius Caesar, then you had Augustus Caesar, which was his nephew, and then you had Tiberius, which I believe was Augustus' nephew, if I'm not mistaken. But remember, all these Caesars were related. So let me read this again. It said the early Native Americans, which you know that the Israelites, the Northern Kingdom, did not record time by using the months of the Julian or Gregorian calendar. Many tribes kept track of time by observing the seasons and lunar months. The Israelites' calendar was based upon a lunar month. And experts will call it a solar lunar month. The reason why they call it solar lunar month, because every month that went by, every month was a moon cycle. And the changing of the weeks, the word week, look it up, means change. The moon, the shape of the moon would change. It would be invisible in the sky. Then you have a small crescent. Then you'd have like half a moon. Then you have a full moon. Then you have a other half of a moon. Then you have a crescent. Then you go back to a new moon. New moon is when you look up in the sky, you didn't see a moon. For example, the Passover came on a full moon. It says, although there were much variability, it said the Native Americans have 7-day weeks. Let's see what it says. The concept of 7-day week is not common to culture of the world. Aboriginal Australians and most American tribes did not have the concept until it was introduced to the... That's BS, because if they followed the new moon or the moon cycle, they would be cut up into days. And the reason why the scholars call Israel's calendar a solar lunar calendar is because you knew when a new month came in based upon the new moon. And you knew when a week came in based upon 7 sunrises. They were keeping the Passover. They were keeping all the high holy days that they learned when they were in Israel. That's what it says, that we may there keep the laws. What is the Sioux moon calendar? Let's see what that says. The traditional calendar for the Lakota was based on the moon cycle, which is a lunar calendar. A year was divided into 13 moons, which would be 12 moons, with each moon being 28 days long. Actually, the the lunar the lunar cycle is 29.5 .50 days long. That's why some months on the Gregorian calendar is 31 days, 30 days, either 31 days or 30 days. Only one time of the year it wasn't 31 days or 30 days, which was February, which was 28 days for 4 years. I believe it's 3 or 4 years. And then you have the leap year, which was 29 days. So that makes the whole year out of whack. You're losing a day. The Lakota calendar, which were Israelites, started in the spring. Abib, since spring time symbolized the start of new life. So you're definitely Israelites, man. You see what this says? What the native Indians call the moon. Great Spirit Moon. You got here Cherokee calendar. The Cherokee calendar is traditionally defined as a lunar calendar marked by 13 moon cycles of 28 days. Each cycle was accompanied by a ceremony, High Holy Days, which was a new moon festival, new moon feast. So they was keeping the Passover and all that. It said that the tribe of Issachar look up into the stars. It says Issachar. Issachar in the Bible defined tribe of characteristics. Issachar was born into a rather Jacob. We know the story, right? It says here what was special about the tribe of Issachar. The tribe of Issachar. The tribe of Issachar's mantle is understood to be one of scholarship. They studied not just the stars and mathematics, but the Torah as well. And I'm going to read this 1 Chronicles 12, verse 32. Also adds that 200 men in Issachar became prominent members of the Sanhedrin, a religious judicial body in ancient Israel. So let's go to 1 Chronicles 12, verse 32. And the children of Israel, the sons of Israel, which were men that had understanding of the what? Of the times, to know what Israel ought to do. They will consult the stars. If we go to war, will we defeat the enemy? The stars say yes, you will defeat the enemy. The heads of them were 200, and all their brethren were at their commandment. The 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 Aztecs in Mayan calendar, I didn't write it that way. It came up that way. It says Aztec calendar. Aztecs are Issachar and Mayan dating system based on the Mayan calendar and used in the Valley of Mexico before the destruction of the Aztec Empire. And we know who destroyed the empire. Like the Mayan calendar, the Aztec calendar consisted of a ritual cycle of 260 days and a 365-day civil cycle. And this is the calendar right here. Let me bring it up. The Mayan calendar and the Aztec calendar. So this is more proof that the peoples of the Americas were straight up North American Indians. In the book, the Indians or the American Indians, or History of the American Indians by James Adair, he tells you that they kept the ceremonies that they kept were likened unto those of the Israelites. The burial rites, the language. He in his book, he said that they call fire ash or ash, which is Hebrew for fire. They called on the name of Yahweh. Now they didn't call on Yahweh Shai because Yahweh Shai didn't come on the scene yet. They knew Yahweh Shai when he came to the Americas. So there's more proof that, the people in North, Central, South America are actually Israelites. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say Shalom.